Okay. All right. So let's call the meeting to order. I'm at 9:01. We'll begin with our land acknowledgement. We would like to acknowledge that the land we identify as RTO 9 is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Huron-Wendat peoples. RTO 9 will honor and respect the land, the people, and the treaties. We are extremely thankful for the original tour guides of these lands and all that they have shared. All those that reside, work, and play on these lands are treaty people, and we must honor the treaties in a mutually beneficial and equitable manner. With 1 in 5 Indigenous people in Canada living in Ontario, we believe working together in a mutually beneficial manner will help all Ontarians prosper through the joint development of the tourism industry. As an ally to Indigenous people and a partner of Indigenous Tourism Ontario, RTO 9 will commit to improving the socioeconomic conditions of Indigenous people through tourism by creating space for Indigenous people to tell their stories on their terms. The vision for RTO 9 is to be recognized as the leading strategic tourism partner by destinations in our region. Our vision is fostering successful destinations in RTO 9 that set the standard in Ontario. Welcome everyone to our annual general meeting for the 24 year. We'll start off with our agenda. I'm hoping that we can have a mover and a seconder for that agenda.
I'll move. Kale Fair.
Gail, and a seconder.
I'll second.
Is that Michelle?
Yep.
Thank you. Any objections to that motion? Okay, carried. Second item on our agenda is the minutes from our last AGM. They've been circulated. Everyone's had a chance to read them. Can I get a motion to approve them as presented?
I'll do the motion, please.
Thank you, Lauren. Seconder?
I can second.
Okay, was that Heather? Okay, thank you. Okay, any concerns, questions, comments, objections to anything in those minutes? Hearing none, any objections? Okay, motion is carried. Okay, so the next thing we're going to move on to is I have a brief report that I would like to present on the things that your board has done, the board has completed in this year. A lot of things have changed since I joined the board 3 years ago. I came on just as the board was in the final stages of moving from an operational board to a governance board. With help from Laraday Consulting, we considered the bylaw and policy and procedure changes required for restructuring, as well as to be in line with the new Ontario Not-for-Profit Corporations Act 2021 and their mandated adjustments. The bylaw revisions were approved at last year's AGM, and we have now approved those minutes. At the end of my term as chair, my first term as chair, and submitted in advance of the Ontario government deadline, which was October of 2024. Since last year's AGM, the board has been busy on a number of key files to ensure structures are in line with the updated bylaws, ministry requirements for ongoing funding and support for the tourism industry in RTO 9. One of the key files was to update our policy and procedures to reflect the revised bylaws and the Ontario requirements. That's almost completed. The second key file was region-wide consultations to develop a 25-28 strategic plan, reflecting the industry needs as well as ministry requirements. That was completed and approved by the board in the fall of 2024. In addition to those efforts, the ministry realigned the RTO9 boundary to include Prescott Russell, and we have ensured their inclusion in our search efforts for new board members. The board membership has had good participation in board governance training, which will continue as new members join the board today. The RTO9 board is a team of professionals with knowledge, skills, and abilities offered in support of the ongoing stability of RTO9 and the sustainability and growth of the industry across the region. The board implemented a number of new operational and board governance tools to foster better communication, accountability, and external transparency, including surveys to review board and staff performance and satisfaction, additional onboarding efforts for new members, and ongoing surveys to assess concerns or issues, processes for feedback, and accountability across staff, board members, stakeholders, and the executive director, and enhanced financial and marketing board review processes. RTO9's 25-28 strategic plan has set the following 2028 goals per pillar strategic area, while maintaining compliance with ministry guidelines. In the area of product development, the 2028 goal, all corners of the region are home to high-quality tourism products that exceed the expectations of visitors to the region. Marketing. The marketing of southeastern Ontario is a region of complementary destinations, is targeted, cooperative, and streamlined. In workforce development and training, a sustainable workforce is the backbone of tourism across the region. Investment attraction and investor relations. Tourism partners are equipped with the intelligence needed to make informed decisions about the sustainable development and expansion of tourism. In partnerships, tourism value is being co-created across the region through a strong network of partners. And the organizational health and administration of RTO9, it's well positioned to advance the organization into the foreseeable future, to ensure the organization is efficiently and effectively utilizing its resources to achieve the other pillar objectives. The RTO9 board will continue to work to support the region and as such regularly monitor progress toward those 2028 goals with decisions focused on organizational efforts to meeting them. The staff will provide regular updates to the board on actions towards meeting the goals, and there will be a status report included annually in this forum. Thank you for that. We've been a busy bunch, and I'll move it forward now to the staff to give us an update on the work that's been done in this year towards that end. Bonnie?
Thank you, Sherry. Good morning to everyone, and thank you all for joining us today. First, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to the Board of Directors for their dedication, guidance, and continued support throughout the year. I'd also like to take a moment to thank and congratulate my team, Meg, Steve, and Leslie, for another outstanding year of collaboration and impact. Finally, thank you to our 3 regional tourism advisors, Mia, Louie, and Katie. We are so lucky to have your support. To provide a bit of a background for those who may be less familiar with our organization, RTO9 is one of 11 regional tourism organizations across Ontario. Our mandate is to support tourism operators and destinations while increasing tourism receipts across southeastern Ontario. RTO9 is our industry-facing identity, while southeastern Ontario is the brand we use for our consumer-facing activities. Our core funding is provided by the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Gaming, and we operate in alignment with their guidelines, which are structured around 5 key pillars. These pillars inform and shape the strategic activities we undertake throughout the year. Together, we will now walk you through a high-level overview of the 5 pillars and the key initiatives we delivered during the 2024-25 fiscal year. Our objective with the product development pillar is to enhance visitor experiences through well-designed tourism products and meet current and future visitor demand. RTO9 proudly continued its dynamic partnership with the Tourism Kingston Film Office, working strategically to establish Southeastern Ontario as a sought-after destination for film production. Over the past fiscal year, the region welcomed more than 18 diverse productions. These productions collectively contributed over 110 days of on-location filming, showcasing the area's versatile landscapes and vibrant communities. More than 428 local crew members and talent agents were engaged, providing vital economic opportunities and fostering local industry growth. The estimated economic impact of these activities reached an impressive $2.5 million. In a meaningful collaboration with Indigenous Tourism Ontario, RTO9 facilitated an in-person workshop in Tyendinaga during the spring of 2024. This event brought together Indigenous tourism entrepreneurs, cultural leaders, to share knowledge and cultivate authentic experiential tourism offerings rooted in Indigenous heritage and storytelling. Working closely with Tyendinaga's Business Development Officer, Diana, and ITO Business Advisor, Ella, RTO9 has co-developed an innovative experiential tourism training workbook designed to empower Indigenous operators with practical skills and insights. These efforts will culminate in a series of training sessions scheduled for the launch in fall of 2025, marking a significant step forward in supporting the sustainable growth and visibility of Indigenous tourism experiences throughout Southeastern Ontario. RTO9 reaffirmed its commitment to diversity and inclusion by continuing its partnership with the Canadian Gay and Lesbian Chamber of Commerce to support the Rainbow Registered Accreditation Program. In 2024, RTO9 proudly earned its own Rainbow Registered Accreditation, reflecting our dedication to fostering welcoming and inclusive environments for the two LGBTQI+ travelers and communities. To further amplify this commitment, we develop thoughtfully crafted travel itineraries that spotlight Pride celebrations and the two LGBTQI+ cultural events across the region, helping us to attract diverse visitors and promote Southeastern Ontario as a safe, vibrant, and affirming destination for all. RTO9's dedication to responsible and forward-thinking tourism was recognized with the achievement of the Green Step accreditation, a testament to our commitment to minimizing environmental impact and promoting sustainable practices. In partnership with Lion's Heart, a Kingston-based organization dedicated to combating food insecurity, we implemented initiatives to significantly reduce food waste at our events, ensuring that Food Plus supports community needs. Building on the momentum from our inaugural Sustainable Tourism Summit held in the fall of 2024, we launched the region's first sustainable tourism newsletter, designed to keep industry stakeholders informed, inspired, and engaged. Additionally, through a collaborative partnership with RTO3, we co-hosted an intensive 4-week virtual workshop series over the winter. This engaging 4-part virtual series empowered tourism professionals to create a customized sustainable action plan aligned with global standards. By the end of the series, they had a tangible plan, practical insights into sustainability challenges and solutions, and a certificate of completion. RTO9 continues to demonstrate leadership in data-driven tourism development by collaborating with 10 other regional tourism organizations and the Tourism Industry Association of Ontario on a comprehensive 2-year province-wide research initiative. This ambitious product is designed to nurture a robust data culture across Ontario's RTO network by establishing common performance benchmarks and facilitating the sharing of valuable insights. By harnessing this collective knowledge, the initiative empowers tourism operators and destinations to make more strategic, evidence-based decisions that enhance daily operations, improve marketing effectiveness, and support thoughtful long-term destination planning. Ultimately, this collaborative effort strengthens the competitiveness and resilience of Ontario's tourism industry at both a regional and provincial level. The objective of our investment traction pillar is to increase investment in the tourism industry to enhance the visitor's experience. RTO9 remains committed to supporting the growth and sustainability of the tourism sector across southeastern Ontario. One of the key ways we do this is by actively researching and identifying government funding programs that can benefit our tourism operators. These programs can offer critical financial assistance for marketing initiatives, training opportunities, and other strategic projects. Once identified, we share these opportunities through our industry website and social media channels, ensuring our partners are informed in a timely and accessible manner. By doing so, we help position the tourism operators and organizations to take full advantage of available resources that continue to the long-term success of our region. RTO9 continued to play an active role on the board of directors of the Ontario East Economic Development Commission, a partnership that is instrumental in attracting investment and promoting economic growth in our region. Throughout the year, OEEDC represented the region at a number of key trade shows and investment events, showcasing southeastern Ontario's potential to investors, developers, and businesses. In addition to our board role, RTO9 remains a strong collaborative relationship with neighboring regional tourism organizations, RTO8 and RTO11. Together, we are working strategically to align our efforts and explore innovative opportunities that enhance the appeal and competitiveness of our region as a destination. To better understand tourism performance and visitor trends, RTO9 continued its partnership with CBRE, a trusted industry leader in tourism and hospitality analytics. Through this collaboration, we receive detailed monthly accommodation reports that capture data across the region, such as occupancy rates, average daily rates, and revenue per available room. In addition to regional insights, CBRE also provides national reports that offer broader context and benchmarking opportunities. These reports serve as a valuable tool for industry operators and decision makers to track progress, identify market shifts, and plan strategically. All reports are made publicly available on our RTO9 website. Our objective with workforce development is to facilitate and support the attraction, development, and retention of a tourism workforce to enhance the visitor experience. RTO9 actively collaborated with the Ontario Tourism Education Corporation, OTEC, on a range of joint initiatives aimed at strengthening the regional tourism workforce. Due to staffing and funding constraints at OTEC, the three regional working groups within RTO9 were consolidated into a single unified group to maximize efficiency and focus. Throughout this year, the group convened regularly via virtual meetings to continue progressing key initiatives. In August, OTEC shared their comprehensive Tourism Skill Network Ontario report, providing valuable insights and recommendations for the sector. All TSNO reports and related resources are available for our industry partners on the RTO9 website. Now I'm going to turn it over to our operations manager, Meg Devers.
Good morning, everyone. So RTO9 hosted a total of 24 workshops and webinars throughout the 2024-2025 fiscal year. Topics included digital marketing, regenerative tourism, and social media marketing series that was conducted in both official languages. Recordings of webinars are available on demand on the RTO9 industry website for all industry partners. And now I'm going to pass it over to Steve, our senior marketing manager.
Thanks, Meg. Our marketing objective for 24-25 was to raise awareness of Ontario and Southeastern Ontario as a premier travel destination and drive visitation in target markets to support tourism-driven economic growth. This was achieved by showcasing the unique destinations within Southeastern Ontario and highlighting both new and established ways to experience the region. With strong partnerships across all 11 destinations, RTO9 promotes the region through collaborative marketing initiatives, encouraging multi-destination travel and elevating awareness of local experiences. Targeted seasonal campaigns, including paid and earned media, help boost visitation and overnight stays. The Southeastern Ontario brand unifies these efforts under a cohesive regional identity. RTO9's role is to serve as a hub for ideas and a leader in tourism development by gathering and distributing insights and feedback on regional tourism assets and opportunities. Developed in consultation with our agency of record, Alphabet Creative, our 24-25 marketing overview, our focus remained on building brand awareness and maintaining engagement with key audiences. We continued with the Welcome to Southeastern Ontario message to reinforce brand identity. We leveraged user-generated and existing content, such as blogs, videos, itineraries, and photos across owned social channels. New blogs and assets were also created to support promotional efforts. We utilized out-of-office and digital placement to reach travelers already in or near the region. A rotating library of creative assets effectively promoted destinations and tourism operators. Next slide, please. We served up ads on the Weather Network through Meta and Globe and Mail. We promoted the destinations and operators with digital display ads on the Weather Network app and website. We utilized our top performing digital channel to promote seasonal paid content with general campaign messaging using a combination of photo, video, and content boosting to reach our audiences, aligning with our Welcome to Southeastern Ontario campaign messaging. We leveraged partner media channels to promote destination messaging with a mix of print and digital media, utilizing content sponsorship opportunities for destination storytelling, i.e. the Globe and Mail Explore Ontario. Next slide, please. We have highlighted the US Drive campaign, one of the sector campaigns in which we participated with Destination Ontario. The campaign focused on seasonality and product experience to encourage American road trippers to plan a trip to Ontario. This campaign was designed to generate awareness of the variety of St. Lawrence, Thousand Islands, Napanee River, and Rideau Canal cruise experiences. Our secondary objective was to generate bookings through calls and website visits to operators. This campaign was also designed to generate awareness of Southeastern Ontario and its proximity to the US border by pushing consumers to a landing page on our website. It was in market mid-April to mid-June, targeting Western and upstate New York, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, and Albany. Just under 16 million impressions with 246,000 ad clicks and with 212,000 visits to our landing page. Next page, please. RTO9 partnered with the CTA, Culinary Tourism Alliance, on a FAM tour in 24-25, highlighting Prescott Russell and the Thousand Islands Rideau Canal waterways. Additionally, RTO9 participated in the Great Taste of Canada, a nationwide cooperative program by the Culinary Tourism Alliance as part of our national culinary and agritourism development and marketing efforts. Southeastern Ontario has the most restaurants listed in its region, with 20 establishments registered, and it's growing. With our Attractions Ontario media buy, RTO9 received a one-page ad in the Passport magazine, a regional cover, an influencer visit, social media sharing, and web banners on its site during the busiest traffic months. RTO9 also partnered with Ontario by Bike to promote our region as a top cycling destination in Ontario. I'd like to pass it over to Leslie, RTO9 Digital Marketing Manager, to go over own media, content development, and digital marketing. Leslie?
Thank you, Steve. Good morning, everyone. We continue to support all 11 destinations through our owned media channels, including social media, blogs and itineraries, contests, and meta ads. Blog content was developed to align with our core content pillars, such as food and drink, outdoor experiences, and history and heritage. As we planned the development of the new website, we also identified and addressed content gaps by increasing production in those areas. In addition, we introduced the Stay in Southeastern Ontario series to highlight local lodging and unique accommodations across the region. Next slide, please, Meg. Thanks to the success of our digital ambassador program, we captured video content more consistently throughout the year. The program became an operational best practice, enhancing our ability to produce timely and relevant reels. Reels are often curated around themes to help tell a broader story and showcase the region as a whole, and are supported with static photo posts from professional photo shoots. Our seasonal content calendars are developed with input from DMOs, and resharing destination content remains a core part of our approach. Following the launch of the new website in August, we began running monthly meta ad campaigns promoting 3 to 4 seasonal blogs at a time. These campaigns drove consistent traffic to the site and helped keep our content in front of engaged audiences. We expanded our writing team and increased our blog production by 40% to keep up with the growing demand for fresh content. Many are theme-based and showcase multiple destinations, while others take a storytelling approach, focusing more deeply on individual businesses to highlight the people, passion, and experiences that make each place unique. We also added new curated itineraries for all seasons, with increased focus on shoulder seasons to help support businesses during slower periods. Following the website launch, content is uploaded in both official languages, French and English. We work closely with the translator to ensure all French language content is reviewed and adapted for clarity, accuracy, and tone, rather than relying solely on translation apps. Our seasonal giveaway continued to perform well, generating strong engagement and increasing awareness of featured destinations. Campaigns included The Sweet Life in Westport for the Thousand Islands Rideau Canal Waterways and Fall in Love with Gananoque for Thousand Island Gananoque. In May, we transitioned to MailChimp for newsletters and communications. This shift allowed us to deliver more visually engaging consumer newsletters, better segment industry audiences, and access deeper performance analytics. To support our destinations, we coordinated and project managed a series of professional photo shoots across the region. These included a multi-day summer shoot in partnership with Destination Ontario that highlighted Prince Edward County, Lennox and Addington, Bay of Quinte, and Prescott Russell. We also worked directly with Prince Edward County in the spring, Cornwall in the summer, and facilitated a fall shoot in Frontenac for Open Farm Days. These shoots resulted in thousands of high-resolution digital assets that were also shared with the DMOs for their use. On the industry side, we continue to share timely updates through newsletters and social media, featuring upcoming events, webinars, industry insights, and opportunities. Next slide, please, Meg. At the end of July, RTO9 launched an updated consumer website for Southeastern Ontario that included the integration of the Craft CRM platform. This was a major project for the fiscal year, requiring a significant investment of time and budget. The upgrade focused on improving the overall user experience. The site is now easier to navigate, more visually engaging, and better aligned with what travelers are looking for. Visitors can explore curated stories and itineraries more easily, access information faster, and enjoy a seamless experience across all devices. The result is a modern, responsive website that better reflects the region and supports both tourists and locals. Key features of the new site include a large video feature at the top of the homepage, navigation organized by interests and experiences, interactive maps to explore the region, an improved where to stay section with expanded listings, a dedicated events page linking to destination event calendars, fully bilingual content in French and English, and a layout and design optimized for mobile users. If you haven't already checked out our website, I encourage you to visit, and a big thank you to Alphabet Creative, our agency of record, for making this possible. I'd like to now pass it back to Meg, who's going to cover the partnership fund.
Thank you, Leslie. Hello again, everyone. So through offering the Partnership Fund program, the objective is for the RTO to become a catalyst in building strategic alignment and promoting collaborations within the industry. For the 2024-2025 Partnership Fund program, there were 27 projects completed across 3 funding categories. These categories included new events, the development of Indigenous tourism product, and signage. Under the category of new events, there was Stone Manor Studios, who presented Daffodil Days, a celebration of creativity. The project aspired to revitalize the township's well-loved daffodil program, drawing inspiration from the natural beauty of the daffodil-filled landscapes and the nearby UNESCO World Heritage Rideau Canal in Newborough. Workshops led by skilled instructors were designed to be transformative experiences. Participants also had the opportunity to take breaks, explore the stunning grounds of Stone Manor Studios, and engage in activities like forest bathing and a guided walk curated by certified forest guides. And of course, the event aimed to generate revenue and stimulate the economic activity in the region. By collaborating with local artists, food providers, and accommodation partners, Daffodil Days, a celebration of creativity, contributed to the sustainable growth of the community. Under the category of Development of Indigenous Tourism Product, there was the National Indigenous Presenters Gathering, organized by Lodgepole Arts Alliance on Wolf Island, which looked to increase the visibility of Indigenous arts and culture, foster collaboration among presenters, and strengthen the relationships and solidarity within the national Indigenous arts community. The event served as a platform to showcase the richness of Indigenous arts and artists, enhance the professional development of presenters, and promote the cultural knowledge and principles that guide Indigenous art, and welcome guests from across Canada to the area. Lodgepole Arts Alliance is excited to continue offering this event annually in the early fall and looking to continue partnering with more organizations to expand in the upcoming years. And under signage, there was the Butte and Bine Farm Cafe. Their project looked to enhance the signage of their new farm cafe and aim to increase awareness of their growing rural tourism business. They look to clearly guide customers to their property with wayfinding signage, securing attractive and visible signage for their cafe, and create a self-guided farm walk to attract in additional customers. Their new Farm Cafe edition had its grand opening this spring, where guests can now sit and enjoy fresh baked goods and a farm store to take in the agricultural bounty Southeastern Ontario has to offer. Keep an eye out for their workshops, which will be starting up this upcoming fall. And now we have a short highlight reel of the past fiscal year for everyone to enjoy. And now we open it up to the floor for questions, comments. Sherry?
Okay, hopefully you can hear me now again.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
All right, good.
I couldn't even see you.
Yeah, some reason my had all been lost and I was reconnecting with my phone at the side, which is anyway, not point. So we're all good. Any questions from the members with respect to the two presentations that have been presented so far on the board work to date and the staff work to date for this last year? Okay, I don't know if anyone else is seeing any hands up. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, and we'll move on then to our last presenter with respect to our past work for the 24-25 year. And we'll move that to our auditor, to Tanya, to give us a report on our financial report from last year. Tanya?
Morning, everyone. Thank you for including in your AGM today. I'm a senior manager at Doane Grant Thornton and have been involved in the audit for RTO9 for many years. This year, we've issued a clean audit opinion for the fiscal year ended March 31st, 2025, and that report was dated June 11th, 2025. The opinion paragraph of the report reads as follows. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position of the corporation as at March 31st, 2025, and the results of its operations and cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with Canadian accounting standards for not-for-profit organizations. RTO9 is funded by the Ministry of Tourism for its main initiative, which is to grow tourism in southeastern Ontario. RTO9 also occasionally receives funding from other sources, such as FedDev, for various projects. The project ongoing at the moment is called Tourism Growth Program and will run until December 2025 for total grant funding of $250,000 over 2 years. $200,000 of that has been received to date. RTO9's main initiative schedule is being presented to you today. The base funding is the same as last year, 1.5 million, and is repayable to the ministry if not fully utilized by the end of the year. This funding was increased fiscal 24 from a base 1.3 million. Partnerships are still a possibility, and this year those contributions totaled 231,000 for 27 various projects. The expense categories presented are using the ministry's budget format. Largest expense line item, as expected, are marketing and partnership costs. Fiscal 2025 finished with fully balanced operations and no repayable to the ministry. The prior year had a repayable of $49, which the ministry waived for repayment. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day.
Okay, again, we'll open it up to the membership. Are there any questions for Tanya before we move on? Again, I'm seeing nothing. Meg, Bonnie, seeing any comments? Nope. Okay. All right, so we will move on to the next item. And this is a thank you from me as your
Sherry.
outgoing chair.
Sherry, sorry,
Yes.
we need to approve the financials.
Oh, that's correct. I'm sorry. We
That's
do need a
okay.
motion to approve that as presented.
I move that, Jacob here.
Jacob, thank you. And a seconder?
I'll second that, Sherry.
Okay, Karina? Okay, again, we've already asked about questions, so I will ask if there are any objections to that motion. Seeing none, a motion is carried. All right, so now I'll go on to my thank you. A quick thank you to the 24-25 board. They're presented here for you. So we have myself, Kale, Karina, Eleanor, Michelle, Jacob, Krista, Lauren, Liam, Karen, Heather, and Scott. And then we also had our three ministry representatives that Bonnie mentioned earlier, Katie, Mia, and Louie. So with that whole group of people, these are the ones that are working towards making sure we stay online, stay on track, and work towards our industry. And I thank you very much for your support and your work and your efforts in that regard. So the next item on our agenda is the moving forward to a new board for the 25-26 year, and I will pass that on to Kale, who is currently our vice chair, to lead us through that.
Thanks, Sherry. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here, and thank you all for your contributions. I want to take a moment to recognize Sherry as chair in the past season and appreciate all of her efforts. You've provided sage leadership and direction and kept us all on track, and you've done an outstanding job. Really appreciate you. And with that, I'm here as vice chair and chair of the governance committee to discuss the 2025-2026 board of directors. The RTO9 board is structured to provide for balanced representation from across the region among key tourism sectors, as well as private and non-private industry partners. Directors are expected to have relevant board and/or management experience, leadership skills, and qualifications that would recommend them as directors for a not-for-profit organization. With the exception of at-large members, directors must represent business, corporation, organization of the tourism industry. We just had a great slate of applicants for the 2025-2026 season. I want to recognize board directors and chair committee member Karen Best and Ann Weir for your efforts leading the application process, conducting interviews with candidates. It went extremely well, and I think we have a great crew to welcome aboard this year. And of note, we sort of made some changes, notably adding an interview step in the application process, which I think give us opportunity to really dig in with candidates and evaluate their skills and past experiences and how that will have an impact on the RTO9 board. And I feel like that was a big gain for our governance committee this year, and it's going to lead to great outcomes going forward. So with that in mind, I'd like to announce the board of directors for 2025-26 and then motion. So at large, we have Lauren Christie, Michelle Karen, and Karen Best. In the West, myself, Jacob Murray, and joining us this year for the first time, Deanna Way. In the East, two new members, Cynthia Peters and Ross McCarty. We welcome you and thank you for your time. Sherry Kemp-Long in the East and Karina Belanger in the East. And in Central, Allison Tonelli, Heather Robertson, and Liam Carey. Allison will be new this year. Heather and Liam are returning. So with that in mind, the motion today is to accept the recommendations of the Governance and Nominations Committee for the 2025 and 2026 Board of Directors slate as presented. Can I get a first, please?
I will move that.
Karen, thank you.
Seconded, Jake.
Thank you very much. Are there any objections, questions, or comments? Seeing none, that's carried. Well, thank you, everybody. Volunteering is so important, and certainly to what we're all working towards as operators and people and operators and citizens in our communities. And I appreciate each and every one of you for the time that you have contributed. If you've been on the board, and to the new members, thank you for stepping up and taking the time to volunteer for the board. It's greatly appreciated. And I also want to recognize again Mia, Louis, and Katie for your support and as advisors of the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Kale. So the last item on our agenda is a motion to adjourn, and then following this, we will have the boards that has been now recognized and approved to stay on while we select the executive of the organization, and then you'll be able to hear that soon following it. So calling for a motion to adjourn the AGM for 24-25. Karen, thank you very much. Motion carried, and we will, as I say, stay on to elect within our board, the new board members the executive going forward, and I thank the rest of you for participating. Thank you very much.